right, y'all, I've got just a little bit of some Prego. I say a little bit, but y'all, this is 67 ounces. Don't worry, I'm using this all day today. Maybe just a regular size spaghetti sauce jar. I think it's what, like 32 ounces? But I'm also gonna be adding in some diced tomato. This one is more of just kind of like a sauce. So I figured we're just gonna doctor it up a little bit. I'm gonna get a few helpings, spoonfuls of some diced tomato, or if you guys got like a chunky, if you had a chunky, nice and chunky spaghetti sauce, y'all, that would be the ticket right here for this recipe. So we're just gonna use this, get all that out the way, and I am gonna season it just a little bit. We got a little bit of some garlic powder, and I'm gonna make sure that every bite gets a little kick of that garlic. And then we're gonna also be adding in just a little, some basil. And that's gonna give us the perfect blend of some flavoring. Okay, so I'm gonna give this a good mix before we start adding in these next ingredients, y'all. So we just got this going. You know, it wouldn't be a Kira recipe if I didn't make a mess already. So we're gonna add this. Then, y'all, I got some mini penne pasta. I did just cook this, but it might be a little clumped up together because I had to prepare all the rest of it. So this was a full box, so we're gonna try, I think we can make the whole box fit. Let's just see. We're just gonna pull and pray. All right, let's get this now mixed up. And yes, y'all, I know I should have mixed it up in a bowl, but guess what? Clearly I don't listen. Sometimes I listen, but this way I'm just gonna save myself a dirty dish, and we're gonna get this perfectly pastaed up, okay? Now, if you notice, like I'm thinking to myself right now, this might need a little bit more spaghetti sauce. That's why we got our jug, y'all. I'm just gonna do a little dash more. There we go. And I think that'll be the perfect amount for this. Okay, so here, y'all, we are making this beautiful, easy, simple version, my version, Kira's version. I'm not saying it's authentic Italian, but y'all, we are making Kira authentic Italian dish, okay? Kira authentic Italian. All right, and yes, I know it's not pronounced Italian, y'all, but it's sometimes, you know, when you say something for fun like Target and Target, Italian just seems to be that for me. All right, so before our next step, I am just gonna toss a little mozzarella. We're gonna save some for the top, but we're gonna get this spread out as evenly as possible. It's not a thick coating. It's probably about just half a bag, so 1 cup of this. And then, y'all, a little chicken patty. You guessed it, we are making us our version of some chicken parmesan with easy, simple ingredients that, y'all, if your kids like chicken and pasta, this is a no-brainer for you then, okay? So, bringing back my jug, my Prego meat seasoning sauce, and y'all, we are gonna give each one of these babies a good helping of this sauce. And we're gonna basically kind of create a dome that's wide enough to fit the whole patty, but also tall enough. That way these little chicken patties get coated and covered with this spaghetti sauce, y'all. It's gonna be good. And you know what? We've got some left over. We'll be able to add more at the end if we want to, but woo! Before we cover it up with some mozzarella, y'all, I'm gonna just do a little, this grated Parmesan. This one's Mama Francesca Parmesan Asiago and Romano. So we're gonna get little dash on all of it, and I was trying to be gentle with it, but y'all, the more cheese the better. But this is gonna be all we do for now. We're gonna let this baby cook. Our oven is set at 350. We're gonna leave it in there for about 30 minutes, and then we'll come back and coat it all with some more mozzarella and just let the cheese melt. All right, y'all, our chicken parmesan is done and ready. All we gotta do is plate it up. So what I'm gonna do is grab a nice corner piece that's got a good helping of everything underneath that chicken patty. Get my plate. Ooh, y'all, look at that. That is just beautiful. Okay, I'm just gonna set this right here. Get me a nice little knife. Cut up my chicken. Grab some pasta. Don't burn yourself. Y'all, save your money. Don't go to Olive Garden. You got Olive Garden at home.